Serena.
And I'm Rachel.
We're the hosts of Book Tales.
If you like reading books,
Drinking cocktails,
and Scottish accents,
then meet your new favourite podcast.
come with us as we explore different themes from romantasy to horror and everything in between.
We pair each book with a bespoke cocktail and tell you everything you'll need to make one.
And each week play our fun game tailored to each book.
Find Book Tales wherever you get your podcasts. So grab your book,
Grab your booze
for Book Tales.
Hi guys, I'm Bri.
And I'm Alli. This is Offscript.
If you think about it, books are potential scripts for movies.
When this adaptation happens, typically it's disappointing because they went off script.
In this series, we will be talking about how off script they went.
Hello, everybody.
Oh, yes, go.
Sorry.
Oh, you're fine. My least favorite part about recording on Adobe Podcasts is how lagging it is. When we're recording it, it sounds like we're talking over each other sometimes. But then when I go to edit it, oh my God, it's like you'll be saying something and then there will be a pause and then I'll say whatever I said. And then we go, oh, I'm sorry. And it just sounds so bad.
Oh,
What the fuck?
that's hilarious. Well, hello, everybody. I'm Alli,
And I'm Bri,
and this is Off Script.
a podcast where sometimes we talk over each other, even if it doesn't sound like it in the edited version.
Yes. We're not crazy. But today we are comparing a book and a movie.
Yeah, because sometimes we do that every once in a while.
I guess so.
Just sometimes.
Yeah. Today we have the book Arthur, the Dog Who Crossed the Jungle to Find a Home, or you may know it by Arthur the King.
Hell yeah. The better name for it, I think.
Less of a mouthful.
Mm-hmm. Agreed.
But yeah. So yeah, we're in season 8, episode 9.
That's actually crazy. We're chugging along.
We are proud of us.
Me too.
But yeah. So do you have a picture?
Oh, yeah, I do actually. So this past weekend, John and I, we went to a cabin to play D&D with our D&D group for the whole weekend.
Mm-hmm.
Our first night there, John's character died.
Oh, was he so sad?
Yeah, well, he's been playing this character for a year and a half.
I know.
So yeah, we were all crying. We were all like,
really?
We all had backup characters planned because we were like, well, this is a bigger campaign where things like that happens more often.
Yeah.
We haven't had anyone die yet in our group.
Yeah.
So like, we're always like, it could happen, but then, it never does. Well, we ended up fighting this like legendary boss and 3 of us went down and we were doing death saves. The 3 of us, it was me, John, and our friend Misty, and me and Misty survived and John did not.
Oh.
And it was sad. Like the DM had to stop afterwards because he was sad. He was like, I didn't want to kill anyone this whole trip. John was like, I'm not taking it as you did it personally. Like, it's just what happened.
Right.
So it was pretty sad. We were all torn up about it.
We should have had a little funeral.
What's funny is, I mean, our D&D characters did, except for what sucks is the character I'm playing right now hasn't been with him. Literally, she just joined the party in the like story the day before this. Okay. And on top of this, she joined them because she was like, I think you guys are a strong group and I think you could take Strahd on. And then the next day we get into a fight where I get downed. So I was like, I don't think she trusts anyone in this group at the moment. But and so it was hard for me to play that.
Because why didn't you play your character that you have been?
Oh, I gave her to Strahd a few sessions ago. Her story, yeah, I can tell because they don't listen and John's not going to listen. So my character is the sister of one of our other players' characters. And her character has been turned into what we believe is a vampire. We're not sure if that is or not. Strahd is a vampire. Also, the love of my life, my soulmate, died not in Barovia, like years prior to this, like a year or two. So it was still fresh, but like I was over it. So I could still like go about my day. And I had started hearing that Strahd could bring people back.
What is Strahd, a vampire?
Yeah. Okay. He's the big bad of this whole campaign. Like that's who you're trying to take down.
Okay.
So once I found out that he knew resurrection, I was like, because here's the thing too. Shadow's backstory is that she's a con artist with her sibling Tenoch. She was raised by a charlatan mother who told people that she could hold seances and talk to the dead. But really, it was all of her kids like under the table pulling strings and one kid like flashing the lights and stuff. So she doesn't believe in shit. And she's become the biggest con artist there is. So
your current girl or your last girl?
My last girl.
Okay.
So found out that Strahd could bring people back. And my sibling is a vampire. So I was like, And everywhere we turned, we were basically getting told that we couldn't take Strahd down. And I, from the start, kept saying, guys, because I was a con artist, I was like, I want to fucking con Strahd. That's how we do this. This is what we need to do. No one wanted to do that with me. And I was like, fuck you all. But anyway, I found a way for Shadow to try and pull a con. So she realized she needed to get in good graces with Strahd, make him think that she's on his side so that she can learn how to resurrect Marble. And she wants to find out more information on how to help her sibling because she doesn't want her sibling to be a vampire. But her ultimate goal is to like find his weaknesses, figure out how they can take him down. So she went to Strahd and was like, I'm here for you. Didn't tell the rest of the group this. The whole group just thinks that I gave myself over to learn how to resurrect Marble. That's the only thing they think Shadow's doing. And they're like, damn, she's kind of selfish. But I'm like, no, y'all, she's conning Strahd. I have not told them that. I can't tell them that because they haven't fucking figured that out. Yeah, exactly.
So when do you get to be here again?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Yeah. I literally, when I told my DM my story, like my plan for her, because I came up with this and I was like, next time I see Strahd, Shadow's going to give herself to him. And he was like, oh, I've got the perfect time to do it. It'll be great. And I was like, cool. So then once that happens, are like, you and I going to have side sessions and then I'll just sit and watch everyone else's. And he was like, no, you need a new character. And I was like, oh, right. I guess that makes sense. But also I didn't think that made sense.
Right.
So essentially, because in our timeline, Shadow's only been gone for a day. So, but it's been like 3 sessions now. So,
oh, got it.
Yeah, it's kind of hard. And also, the girl who's playing my sibling told me that her and Brandon, because essentially she's a warlock who has a patron and the patron is how she got turned into a vampire. But I don't know if she's a vampire for real or not. Right. And so she has a lot of conversations throughout our sessions with this patron of hers, just in text. Okay. And she told me, because we were talking one day and I was like, I know there is going to come a time where we are fighting Strahd's people and Shadow's going to show up and we're going to have to fight her. Ooh. And I was like, I don't know if I'm going to be able to do that.
Right.
And I was like, but the good news is, because Kylie was like, you're absolutely right. I won't be able to. And I was like, the good news is Shadow's not going to attack you. Like, if there's one thing we know, Shadow will not go after Tenoch. And Kylie was like, well, my patron asked me what I would do if Shadow attacked me. And I basically said that. And my patron said, what if she is not in control of herself? Ooh. Yeah, so I was like, oh, fuck.
Right?
What did I do to my poor character? So yeah. So that's been fun.
Interesting.
Yeah.
That is fun though.
Yeah, I'm actually, because I had to come up with a backup character for, even though literally I just made a new character and I'm just starting to play it, but just in case,
Exactly.
And I'm really excited for this next character because I've decided that my next character is going to have a split personality, but not know it. And so I told our DM, I said, you pick what the flip is that makes the split personality come out. And that's when I will just start going to the next one.
Right.
I'm like, I cannot wait to play that with everyone. Everyone's going to be like, what the fuck?
What is happening?
Yep.
That'll be cool.
Yeah.
Well,
But
awesome.
so there's my story. John's character died.
Oh, sad. Yeah, that's so sad.
Yeah, he cried.
I
Not
bet.
like hard, but yeah, he had tears.
Well, yeah, it's been his buddy for a year and a half. That was so
Yeah,
sad.
yeah. It's been crazy, but he's really excited. He's now playing a monkey.
Oh, cute.
Yeah, he's really excited about this character, so it's good.
Good. I'm glad. All right. Let's do it.
Yeah, let's.
So our synopsis is a stray dog named Arthur joins a Swedish adventure racer, Mikael Lindnord, sure, and his team for the final stretch of a grueling 435-mile endurance race in the jungles of Ecuador. After Michael shares a piece of food with this wounded dog, Arthur follows the team through the rivers, exhaustion, and tough terrain, forming an unbreakable bond with Michael.
Yep.
Cool. And it's a true story for those that are wondering.
Sure is.
Michael. Oh, the author was Mikael Lindnord and Val Hudson. I don't remember. That's not his wife, though. No.
Yeah, I was like, wait a minute. I don't even know what she did in the book.
I don't know what she did at all. Director was Simon Kellen Jones.
Sure.
Screenplay writer was Michael Brandt.
Mm-hmm.
The book came out May 19th, 2016, and the movie March 15th, 2004. 24. Just kidding. Let's go backwards in time.
Oh, that would be hilarious.
No, that's an 8-year difference.
Oh, I'm sad I didn't know about this story in 2016.
I know. That was a good one.
Mm-hmm.
What'd you do first?
I watched the movie first.
I read the book first. And what are your thoughts?
I love this story so much. It's so sweet.
Mm-hmm.
I bawl like a baby every time.
It's so cute. I love it. It was, I was expecting to cry because you tell me you cry at it, but I was shocked I did not.
No, when I watched the movie the first time,
yeah,
I bawled hard. So this time I was like, okay, I'm not going to cry. But I started fucking second Arthur came up to get food the first time I was crying. I was like, what the fuck, dude? Why are you being sentimental about this dog finding his home? Stop crying. But literally from that point on in the book, I was crying every time I read the book. Then
I feel like if I had done it your way and watched it first, because yes, the movie does make it seem like Arthur's going to freaking die every chance he can get. Nowhere in the book did it seem like he was going to die.
Nope.
And so I was expecting that because you're like, they just make it seem like he's going to die. But he doesn't die. So I was like, okay, he doesn't die. But no, not once.
not in the book. No.
Does it seem like he's going to die. And so I think that's why I was pretty chill. I was like, okay, it's okay. He's alive the whole time.
This time when I watched the movie, the second Arthur came on the screen, literally before the races even started, you're just seeing him as a stray dog in Ecuador. I started
It's
crying.
like the first scene.
Yes. John was like, what is wrong? I was like, I just know he's about to find his forever home. It's ridiculous.
Oh,
God, I'm
so
already
sweet.
about to cry. Fucking
Oh my
hell.
gosh. I love it. All right. So why did we pick it?
John and I watched it for a date night, like before season 8 started.
Okay.
Obviously. Like,
Yeah. Did you see it in theaters?
No, it was like right after it came out of theaters. But the second I finished it and realized it was a book, it's funny because I remember when it popped up and was like, based off of the book. After I had been bawling my eyes out, I was like, I gotta schedule it for Offscript. And John was like, why? I was like, because it's too good. And so then I immediately scheduled it for season 8.
I love it. Well, this is one that I, saw previews of and wanted to see so bad, but I don't go to movies much anymore, which makes me so sad, but it was always on my must watch list. So I was very excited when I saw you scheduled it.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Appreciate you. Okay. So I have some Allie's super fun facts. All the fun facts basically were, this is based on a true story. And it's literally says everything I'm going to talk about from the book. So I was like, all right. So I got 4 that sort of work.
Or not.
So,
Yep.
Yes. So with the real Arthur the dog living until December 2020, he lived 6 years since the race. So they were adopted and he lived with Michael for 6 years. He hasn't adopted another dog since. And Arthur's death occurred just weeks before Arthur the King began filming.
That's so sad.
I know. He had like a tumor.
Why are you telling me that the real dog died, Allie?
He died 6 years ago.
But that makes me sad.
Oh no, more like 5 years ago. But I know, it's sad. Mark Wahlberg tore his knee on the first day of shooting and implemented the pain of his injury to his performance. I'd have been like, nah, I'm out. I can't do it. Just let me snuggle the dog until I'm better.
I mean, that's actually probably really smart because he's most definitely never done an adventure race. So
Right. Seriously. The Arthur Foundation was founded to help dogs around the world receive better care. This includes supporting the LOBA law in Ecuador, the Organic Law of Animal Welfare, Ley Orgánica de whatever, which went into effect in April 2018. So Arthur's helping people, which we also touch on in the book.
Yep, slightly.
And then Yukai plays Arthur in the film. The furry animal is a mix of 3 breeds: Australian Shepherd, Border Collie, and Bouvier de
Flandres?
I've never heard of that breed before.
Me neither.
Okay. Well, that's it. That's what I got for you guys.
Cool. Let's do it.
Are you ready?
Yeah. Should I start?
I think you should start, yes.
Yes, because I'm just going to start with saying that first off, we're not in Sweden. We're in America. We also start off with showing a adventure race that Michael did previously and how he failed because he was not a team player. Mm-hmm. And they changed all the names of all of his adventure racing buddies.
Yeah.
Which I kind of get it because not any of them were like what they were supposed to be.
Yes.
So that's fine.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Also in the movie, it's annoying because in the book, Michael says so many times how much he loves adventure racing and how there's no way he would have a regular job. Like, yeah, money's tight sometimes and they never know when their next paycheck's going to come in, but him and his wife wouldn't trade it for the world. Mm-hmm. In the movie, Michael's a real estate agent because there's no way for him to make money and his dad's a real estate agent. So he's like, here, this is how you'll make money. And his wife doesn't really want him racing, but is like, when this one comes up, she's like, I guess you should probably go. You can redeem yourself from your last failed race.
The last time you sucked.
Yeah, exactly. Go make this your for real last one.
Oh my gosh. So the way the book is kind of laid out is we're following Michael and it's like present time. So he's like going on a hike / run with Arthur. And then we get flashbacks throughout his life, including the race where he met Arthur. So right off the beginning, you're not worried Arthur's going to die at all because you literally meet him years after the race has gone down.
Yep.
So we get background on our main character, Michael, and he lives in Sweden and he wants to be the best. He is devastated when he's younger because he gets like cut from the hockey team, which was a big deal in Sweden. And he went to another school. He didn't speak a lot of English, but he went to this other school that spoke mostly English. So he's not really good at school. And then he ends up moving back and he dates this a girl in high school for 3 years. But then he met this girl at dance and he ends up breaking up with his girlfriend right then and there so he can go out with this other girl. And you know what? It worked out. They're married now. So good choice.
I thought that was hilarious.
I know, I did too. I was like, oh, how rude. And I was like, oh, okay, you're happy. So before he was in the military, before he was married, he was in the military.
Before he was in the military, he was married.
Yes. So they had to do these like really intense, almost races that were trainings. And he ended up being a great leader, which is where he discovered his love for intense racing and leading a team and all this sort of stuff. And this one race was so intense. I don't think it was required because almost his entire squad called out sick. They were like, yeah, we're not doing that. But him and 3 others went and they were labeled like the best and the top command because they did such a great job. So
none of that happens.
None of his backstory.
No, instead we just get to think. I think this is what I hate about watching this first, because I went into this book expecting this like guy who can't get any sponsors, who sucked at racing because he was a jerk and didn't know how to be a team player, and like this whole like redemption story arc. I was expecting that. So to come out and just find out that this dude is just a chill dude who's very athletic and just wants to be the best at athletics. Yeah. I was like, hold on. So then like halfway through the book, I was like, I have to have been misremembering the movie. Not the case.
It was not. So Michael wakes up because now
my favorite is your note here. And you woke up one morning.
Oh my gosh. I know. I was like, shoot, I didn't edit either of our books we're doing tonight. And I was like, you know what? This is just now a game and a ritual. Let's see what happens. Every episode, we'll figure it out.
Hilarious.
But anyways, because I'm pretty sure it's in 3 Body. There's some wild audio.
Oh, I absolutely bet there is.
Well, okay, so he wakes up. This is him present time now. So, like, after the race, Arthur lives with him. He wakes up, Arthur's at his feet, and they're like, let's go for a run. And he lost track of Arthur at one point. Like, Arthur ran off. He does his own thing sometimes, so he's kind of, like, freaking out. But then we get a flashback on how they met. And we get all the background on adventure racing and how difficult it was to be strong, but you have to be, like, not just for you, but your team. And it goes into detail about when he watches the race, he says, I'm doing this and this next time. And his friend's like, that's crazy. Don't do that. And they lost. So there is the team. That's the relating it to the movie part where he wanted to do one thing. His teams were like, this is crazy. But unlike the movie, his team was just like, that was a stupid decision. And then they kind of moved on to the next race versus the team.
They essentially broke up. They're like, fuck you all. You all suck.
Yes. So,
which is insane because think about it this way. If you're breaking up from your freaking adventure racing team, how many people adventure race? Are you really going to be able to find someone else who's going to go do that shit with you?
Right. What the heck?
Yeah.
So he ends up getting married, his beautiful bride. It's this perfect wedding, but they don't have time for a honeymoon because they're going to start working on their adventure team.
I thought it was sweet that they did it all together because, like, in the movie, it's very much she's a racer too, but she does her own kind of races, and he does his adventure racing.
Yeah, and they make it in the movie like she's just watching him just so she knows where he is on the little computer. But in the book, she's watching him to update the social media and like she's his book. She's the guy on the computer.
She's his book.
No, she's what was I gonna say? She's the guy on the computer. She's the man behind the screen or whatever they,
Yeah.
in Spider-Man.
Oh, I was going to say Kim Possible's buddy.
Oh yeah. Oh, Wade. Yes.
There you go. Yeah. That guy.
Yes.
Oh, and then I guess the rest of it. No, actually, we don't really get anything with Arthur after they team up. So never mind. So. Pretty much just the fight happened and it didn't even happen right with his adventure team.
Yes. So we're back at present day with Arthur and he's looking around outside and Michael's like, let's do chicken wings for dinner because that's Arthur's favorite, chicken thighs. And they get up to go to the store and then we get the flashback of them prepping for this huge race in Ecuador. And we get all these details on how difficult this race is due to altitude and climate and everything like that. Because these guys are from Sweden. It's in Ecuador. They got people coming from New Zealand, like all over the place. And so they get to go to Ecuador a couple days early so they can adjust to climate. But one of their party members is coming late because she already lives in where was it? Utah? So she lives in high climate. I thought it was
Colorado.
Oh, it might have been Colorado. I don't know. She lives in really high climate already. So she's like, I don't need to be there early. I don't know. I would still go. But okay.
Dude, I would too. Are you kidding me?
Like, I feel like Colorado or Utah climate is a lot different than Ecuador climate, but okay. So they're on the plane and they're talking about like they need to go fast where they can take their time. They're kind of like, prepping the race. And once they're there, they do a practice hike on the mountain and they're freaking dying. They're like, I can't breathe. And meanwhile, these New Zealanders like look like they're on vacation, just hiking up the mountain. Like, I think they even had their kids, or was that the movie? Yeah.
No, that was the book too.
Okay. They had their kids with them, like, la, la, la. And it's like, oh my gosh. And so, there's this huge storm coming all of a sudden. So they had to turn around so they couldn't finish their hike. But on the way down, they were hit with all this hail, like size of grapes, and they had to run because lightning's coming too. And this is like day before the race. They're like, oh, great.
Fun. In the movie, we first have to see Michael struggling to get sponsors and basically also lying to everyone to get them on his team to be like, yeah, I've got the money. Yeah, I've got this. Yeah, I can do that. Yeah, we've got this. And that's how he gets them all. And basically the people who end up kind of sponsoring him, he told them, he's like, I want to get my team out there for a week so we could start training in the Ecuadorian climate and altitude. And they were like, no, you can only go a few days before. So they really only went for like 2 or 3 days in the movie.
Yeah.
Yeah. Things like that. I'm like, why change that?
Right.
That makes no sense.
Right.
It makes no sense. But then the rest of that happens except for the storm.
Okay. So then we're back at present time and Arthur is very athletic, but he also likes to be really lazy. And like, for example, like he's like, get in the car, let's go on our walk. And Arthur's like, can you pick me up, please? And so he picks Arthur up in the car.
But doesn't do it for the wife.
Right. So then they are now we're back at the race. So everybody in the hotel area is like the lobby because it's raining so hard outside. So they're getting ready for the race to kick off. They got their information and the leg and of the leg and the map and everything. And they're spent all night planning. Like, it's wild that the night before this race,
They don't sleep.
They don't sleep. Yes. Where they literally are not going to sleep for however many days.
Yeah. And rather than like, let's catch up on sleep now, they're like, we have to plan.
We're staying awake all night. I'm like, no thanks. I could not do this.
No.
Have you ever
It sounds super fun. Like, I would love to try to do it, but I would go in knowing that I was going to come in dead last.
Right? Have you ever seen it? Like, there's one on the guy, Phil, whatever his name, who hosts The Amazing Race, hosts one. Or maybe it's not him. No, he doesn't host it. It's Bear Grylls hosts it, I think. What is it called? Oh my gosh, Cameron and I started watching it. It was wild. So, because like, unlike, you know, The Amazing Race where there's checkpoints and everybody stops there and they get to sleep and everything. It's like, you sleep when you want to sleep. You go when you want to go. Like, it's all up to you. Just make it to the end. And I'm like, that's insane.
No, reading it, I was like, holy shit, man.
Yeah, I know.
Takes a special kind of person.
I know. So, anyways, so they are up late planning. Okay, so then they start and they're working and they're doing really good, but the altitude is killing them. And they are going, and at one point they find this lady who's selling or has bottles of some type of liquid. And it turns out it's aloe vera juice. And they pay and they buy a little bit and they sip it. But the main character's like, Michael's like, oh my gosh, I'm going to take this huge glass and chug it because if a little's good, a lot is better. Turns out it's not because he vomited a whole bunch later on, which sucks because, you know, that's dehydrating him and everything like that. Not what you want to do on a race. And they're going and like each part, there's different parts. So there's like running, there's bikes, there's boating, there's different things on each leg of the race they have to do. And they're eventually on to the bike part. And they come across this guy who's watching something and they ask to borrow it and watching something.
Washing
something. Thank you.
Yeah.
Like, what's he watching? He's washing.
Why do they want to borrow it?
He's washing like his car or something, and their bikes are coated in mud. And so these are cool bikes that you like fold up and you carry because they have to carry literally everything. And so,
well, no, the bikes, they don't have to carry it. They just have to pack it up at the next like TA is what it's called. And they have to put it in their box so that the workers can take it to the next one in case they're doing another bike leg, the next leg.
Oh, okay. That makes more sense. I was like, how do you fold? Like, I'm thinking like a scooter. And I'm like, how do you get a bike as small as a scooter? So, okay. Well, okay. So they took this guy's hose and they like hosed their bikes down so that when they go to the next leg, it's not going to be hard to pedal because it's all caked with mud. Makes more sense now that I'm thinking of it. Okay. So they're going and they end up getting lost, which definitely put them about 2 hours behind, which sucks, like from the leaders. And Michael is really frustrated because he didn't know what to expect. I don't know. He's just very frustrated.
No, I think he's frustrated because he's upset that they got lost and is like trying to figure out how to get unlost, but doesn't totally know and is like, okay, we are going to find out how.
Yeah. So he's feeling bad because he's the leader and he's just getting frustrated because he doesn't, feels lost.
Yep. So like I said, we get no present time story with Arthur and there was really no, that's what I want to say. There was really no, staying up late to study the race. They were just there. And then next thing I know, they're at this like party. That's actually the start of the race. But what we've been getting little glimpses of here and there is Arthur's stray dog life, where he's running around Ecuador getting chased by mean doggos who don't like Arthur. But the one thing that Michael really likes about Arthur is that he stays cool, calm, and collected, especially around other dogs and scary, what am I trying to say? Situations that would normally set off a dog. So we get little snippets of Arthur running around having an Ecuadorian life.
Yes.
And then they do at some point get lost. I feel like in the movie it was way more dramatic than it was in the book. And yeah, that's it.
Yeah.
Oh, wait, here. I guess I'll say this at this point. I didn't like how in the movie, because kind of like what you were saying, in the movie, they did carry their bikes pretty much every fucking where they went for each leg. And like they end up free climbing with their bikes. They zip line with their bikes. Like there were so many things that they did with their bikes. I was like, what the fuck? You were supposed to leave that at the tent for the last leg. Like what?
Right. Okay.
Yeah. That's why you got confused because the movie did it like that. And also in the book, there's like each thing that they got to that was kind of crazier. Like there were a few different boat parts that they did in the book. And each time they got to that part, there were like patrol people from the race, like who were in charge of it, who was there to like get your bikes, make sure you were doing things right, or be like, hey, you can't do it like this. If you do, you're going to take a penalty or things like that. Whereas in the movie, there was not a single race employee to be found on this.
Right.
Like you would think at that zip line section, there would be an employee there.
You would think.
No.
Be like, oh, they stopped. They're stuck. Don't go.
I should
That's
go help.
dangerous.
Yeah. No, instead we're going to do a dramatic movie moment where the girl has to fucking unclip from the zip line.
Okay.
Scare the shit out of me.
Right. Okay. Well, in the book, Michael's eye's been bothering him, and I didn't write what happened, but I'm pretty sure like pretty intense thing happened, didn't it? With his eye?
It did, but I can't remember. Part of me feels like he had something done to his eye before the race, and then it was just
I
getting
think that's what it was.
infected.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it was infected. Like it eventually was fine, but whatever. So
Yeah.
Now they're onto the rapids, which are insane. And they're going through the rapids, and they're allowed GPS because it's near impossible to get through these woods once they're they did the rapids, they're insane. Now they're in the forest. And in the forest they're allowed the GPS because it's impossible to get through all these like thick woods. And they pause for a little bit to take a rest, and they decide to carb up and made some spaghetti and meatballs. And I've always wanted to try those like heater, like water made meals.
Did you know that John used to work in national parks, and he was basically like, he would go up and stay for a week there and like make sure that nothing crazy was going on. And when he did that, he ate a lot of those meals. So there's some that he would be like, oh, that's kind of good. That one's pretty good.
Oh, that's cool.
I've always wanted to too, but I've never had a need for it. And I'm not about to be like, you know what I'm doing for dinner tonight? Dehydrated spaghetti.
Let's do a mini-sode.
We should. Actually, we should. Let's do it.
Okay. They paused, took a rest, ate spaghetti meatballs. And while they're resting, Michael noticed there was a dog there. And
It's also not spaghetti and meatballs. It's just the meatballs.
oh, you're right. Yes. So they're eating the meatballs, and he noticed a dog, and he's not doing well. It's obvious this dog is hurt, and it's just starving and everything. So he gave him a couple meatballs, and he was all bloodied up. Like his fur was all caked with blood and mud, and he just smelled really bad. And Michael went back to the team and said, all right, let's head out. We got 20 more minutes, and we're going.
Yep, that happens. I guess I'll say it here because I don't know if I'm going to remember later on. In the movie, they keep arguing about the dog. Like in the book, no one gave a shit about the dog. Like they cared about it because it's a dog, but they weren't like, Michael, stop entertaining having the dog there.
Right. It was kind of like, whatever.
Yeah. Oh, also, I'll say this. In the movie, there's a stupid dude who the whole reason he is on the team is because the people who Michael wanted to get as a sponsor were like, you have to have this guy on the team because he runs social media. And so he's like fucking making reels and TikToks of their race. And all I could think was, how the hell is he going to do that with a phone that's going to die after the first day?
I know. And like no cell service. Like what a waste of time. Like he'd be like, hold on. We got to record. I'm like, shut up. I'm in a race.
Like I don't give two shits if we make a video right now.
Oh my gosh. Okay. So they go back on the race.
Oh.
Yes.
Actually, also, I'll say this too. In the movie, they also take so many shortcuts. They're always like, oh, I think if we just cut through here, it'll be fine. Oh, we should just cut through here. That'll be fine too. And I have a feeling it's like to make it faster in the movie, but it was dumb.
It was. And I feel like, I don't know. Shouldn't there be a rule that you have to follow the...
Yes, you would think there probably is.
You would think. Whatever. Oh, man. All right. So they're back on the race, and I can't remember because I feel like it was opposite, but it might not have been. I might have read it wrong because in my head, the Michael's team kind of spooked out another team saying there was a snake, but it was opposite. Was it opposite?
It's the opposite in the movie.
Yes. Okay.
In
That's
the
what
book,
I thought.
in the book, Michael was so excited to fuck with another team that was there because he was like, I know that dude's afraid of snakes, so I'm going to fuck with him.
That's what I thought. And then I watched it and I was like, wait, did I read it wrong? Because
No.
in the movie, the other team messes with Michael's team.
Them.
Okay. So then they like notice the other team is like, why'd you bring a dog along? And they're like, what are you talking about? And they look and they see that at this point, the dog is following them. And they didn't think much of it. And they just kept going. And then they saw the dog again. And it kept following them. And eventually they got to this really, really muddy patch. Like they ran through it, but their feet kept getting stuck. They were losing shoes and like it was wild. And the dog also came, but he was also trying to make it through. And they decided to sit and take a break eventually. And one of their members was not doing very well. So they took a break. And the dog came and laid right next to them. And they decided to eat the last of their meatballs. And they could tell the dog really wanted more. So Michael gave him some more. And it was a team decision that, it was a team decision that they wanted to give them their meatballs. And Michael went out and found this really nice leaf like you would find at a banquet for a king. And he brought it and laid the meatballs on it. And that's when he decided his name would be Arthur, like King Arthur. And he would look after him no matter what it takes to get him through this race. Oh, yeah. And before there was this one part where, like, before they took the break, there's this one part where Arthur saw something in the woods and, like, ran off. And they thought that, well, we're done. We won't see Arthur again. And then he came back. So he was, like, protecting them somehow, is how I read it.
Yeah, for sure. And in the movie, there's this whole scene where Arthur protects the social media jackass from falling off a cliff.
Yeah.
And so I took that as this scene, although they do this scene too where he runs off, but it's literally like 2 seconds long. So then it looks dumb how Michael's reacting.
Where's the dog?
He's like, oh, the dog's gone. The dog's gone. And he they're walking in water and he keeps stopping and turning and stopping and turning. And then he starts going and then you hear the dog. And he's like, oh, I see. I told you guys, Arthur would never. He just had to go shit in the woods.
Oh no. The teammate that's not
also,
yeah.
I'm gonna just say this here. Now that Arthur is there and is a part of the team, now Michael is very much like taking care of his teammates and figuring out what they need over what they need to win.
Yeah. Because magically Arthur did that. Oh,
yes.
All right. So their teammate that is not doing well is doing way worse. His feet are cracked. He's super dehydrated. The Ecuadorian team saw this and they paused and they gave him some of their energy drink, which was really nice. They didn't have to do that. And they continued on and they had to make it a little bit farther to the checkpoint where he would get medical attention. And while they were there, or on the way, they found this woman with a canoe, and she let them get in, but Arthur was not allowed in. He had to swim. But he's freaking out.
Well, he didn't have to swim. They were just like, you can't take the dog. So they're like, all right, we're going to say goodbye, Arthur. And then they get in the boat and then Arthur swims.
So if he wants to come, he has to swim. But he's freaking out because he can't swim well and he didn't really know what to do. And then Michael kept being like, come on, Arthur, come on, like encouraging him. And he barely made it. And they got to the medical tent. And Simon, who's the teammate, can you tell this is when I started remembering all their names because now I'm actually putting their names in here.
Yep.
Needed an IV, which was a 4-hour penalty, but they agreed because their teammate needed it. And they geared up for canoeing after that. And they kayaking. It's kayaking, not canoeing. Mm-hmm. And they were like, you can't bring Arthur. Like, we cannot have a dog in the kayak. And it was a hard decision, but Michael's like, fine, we came on this race to race, not get a dog. But they got on their boats, and then Arthur began to follow them in the water, and he was not doing good again. And finally, Michael's like, screw it. Hold on. And he got Arthur into the boat.
Yeah. It's so sweet.
It was sweet.
Social media asshole is the one who needs the IV. And that's really when you see Michael, because social media dude's like, no, I can continue on. And he's like, no, you're getting the IV. We're taking the penalty.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. And the rest happens.
Oh, also at this part in the movie, you find out that because someone brings it up to him and it's like, how did we get the money to be here to race? And he's like, well, my wife took out her savings for us.
Got a sugar mama.
Let's go.
Yep. So they travel around and Arthur's finally like getting settled because he was super freaked out when he first got on the canoe or kayak. And but this made it like difficult to keep Arthur warm because he kept like I feel like, did he keep like jumping in the water, or he kept just like moving the boat and it kept splashing him or something. So he's getting real cold.
Well, he also kept jumping out to go, investigate things, and then he'd come back.
Yes, that's what it was. Okay. Yep. And eventually though, they made it near the end of the race when they crossed the first one. What? Oh, finish line. Probably first one. They crossed the finish line. They got in 12th place, but honestly, they didn't care. They just wanted to get Arthur some help because he is not doing great. Yeah. He called his wife and she already knew the whole story because it was all over the news and social media and the whole world knows it. And he's determined to get Arthur help and he wants to take him home. And he had jumped through so many hoops with agricultural and quarantine and vet visits that he wasn't sure if it was even possible, but he was determined to make it work.
In the movie, it's so fucking easy for him to take him. And after they cross the finish line, this is the first time you're like, uh-oh, because Arthur fake you out. He faint like he gonna die.
Pass out.
This is the first time I started crying. And then they were out of it and they were like, he's going to be fine. And I was like, oh, good. Oh, good. And then the next time I started crying again. I was like, what the fuck?
All right. Well, Michael eventually met with someone to help him get Arthur to the vet. So he was infested with fleas. His teeth were horrible. He was just in rough shape. He found out that he needed to quarantine him for 4 months. And it was about $5,000 a month to quarantine him in this like doggy kennel area when he moved him from Ecuador to Sweden. And his wife's all like, yeah, I already know this. We're bringing him home. We're trying to figure out what to do. And the guy that was helping Michael said, hey, we also have to get him okay to leave the country because all they were working on right now was getting him okay to come into Sweden. He's like, what do you mean I have to get him okay to leave Ecuador? Don't you have like an abundance of stray dogs? Wouldn't this be helpful? He's like, we got to do what we got to do.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, again, in the movie, it's like he just goes to, it looks like this cop's office and he gets his stamp of approval and everyone's outside watching and taking videos.
Yeah, it was not easy in the movie. It's like he almost died a bunch of times and that was the stressful part. In the book, it was stressful to see if he even could come home with him.
Yeah, it was like, oh my gosh, Sweden's saying that they can't bring him in. Oh my gosh, Ecuador is now saying that you can't take him out.
Yes. I was like, oh my gosh. So
and then I was like, they're going to charge how much for a stray dog? This is insane. I would be like, I love you, but I do not have $20,000 to house you in a quarantine.
Seriously. Oh my gosh. So they're eventually told, no, he can't leave, even though they did all the vet visits and everything. They got the paperwork they needed. The story was huge, though, and everyone and everywhere knew, and they were getting flagged down in the streets like they were celebrities and everything. And eventually, the agricultural people of Sweden said, okay, fine, you can take the dog home because they were getting bullied by the media saying, how could you not let them take him home? But now they were told no by Ecuador, just like Bri said. But again, big social media bullying happened and they were like, fine, just take the dang dog.
Yep. That doesn't happen in the movie, though.
No.
Unfortunately.
So they got him a crate and everything and to bring him home. And he was whining at the airport to get out of the crate. He was really nervous. And their media guy opened the gate and let him out, even though they were told he can't leave the crate because he needs to be quarantined. They're like, well, he'll be fine. And Michael was really nervous, so this kind of screwed everything up. Or he was nervous that this would screw everything up, but media loved it and they didn't get in trouble. So it was fine. Yep. And they say goodbye to him and gave him to Debbie, who's this quarantine lady. And the media is going crazy. And it was top story in Sweden for years. And now 4 Ecuadorian people have claimed that it's their dog that Michael stole. And he's like, what the? Are you serious right now? And this backfired rather quickly because people are like, okay, if it's your dog, we're going to prosecute you with animal neglect because this dog has been in so much pain. And they're like, just kidding. It's not our dog. We don't want it.
Just kidding. He is a stray dog.
No, I didn't do that to him. Just kidding.
Okay. None of that happens in the movie except for the crate. And Michael freaks out more about the crate than Arthur does.
Yeah.
He's dying. He can't be in the crate. He's going to die in the crate.
Oh my gosh. So they would go visit him as often as they could, which is maybe like once a month in quarantine. And Michael was getting really jealous because he thought Arthur was liking the quarantine people more than him. And it was silly, though. And he soon got over it because he noticed that his mouth was not doing good at all. Like, his teeth are awful. And the quarantine people are like, hey, we got our vets on this. And they agreed he needs dental work as soon as possible. And they get on board of approval and state approval. And it looks like they're good to go. And they even got the most famous dog dentist or animal dentist to come and do the procedure. But it was a couple days till the appointment, and the board still said no because he wasn't done with his quarantine yet. And Michael's just getting very frustrated about the whole thing.
None of that happens.
Could you imagine going through all of this and then only having 6 years with the dog?
I would cry.
Oh, it would be horrible.
I would be devastated.
Oh my gosh.
I would be like, I went through so many, especially like basically your first year, he was in quarantine and then had to have operations.
Right.
So like,
so you had 5 years with him. That's so fast.
Yeah.
That's like nothing.
no,
He's so sad.
nope.
So eventually the time passed and he was able to take Arthur home. And even Debbie, who was taking care of him, was sad to see him go because Arthur touches so many lives. He's just the sweetest dog. And the first thing he did was, they had to do a couple interviews at the hospital about, Arthur and everything. And he looked really nervous. And that made Michael, and Helena, right? Is that Helena?
Yeah.
Helena. Yeah. Which is Michael's wife. But they went and they got distracted and everything. And the vet said, we need you to come. And they ran down because Arthur was at the vet doing his procedure. And that's when they did their interview. But then the vet came and was like, we need you. So they run down and Arthur's just howling after waking up from anesthesia. But as soon as Michael got in there, he calmed down. It's like Michael was his support animal.
Yeah.
It was just opposite.
So cute. In the movie at the vet, they're like, Michael, we need you. He's not doing good. He's not gonna make it. So Michael comes in and it's like, you gotta make it, buddy.
Didn't he say goodbye too? Like, it's
yeah,
okay,
pretty
you
much.
can go. Like,
It was like, if you need to, you can.
the only reason I did not cry was because I'm like, what the heck is this? This is not what happened.
It's not how this goes.
Because that was
No.
a very actually sad scene. You're right.
I fucking bawl every time I watch it. But basically the movie's over, everyone, because then after this, you go to black for a hot minute and then you come back and it's Michael and Arthur running up a hill.
Oh, yeah, that's right. Well, we got a little bit more in the book. Oh, my gosh. Okay. So Arthur has separation anxiety, like to the extreme. When Michael goes to work, he gets phone calls from his wife saying Arthur's howling again. Like, we can't calm him down. On the airplane going home, Arthur's like in, baggage, like not down below, but in the top, but he has to stay in his crate and he has to stay in the front of the plane and Michael and them have to stay in the back. And he is howling so bad, but Michael couldn't sit up there until they were like, 30,000 feet up. So the whole time he just felt horrible because all the people are like, oh my gosh, this is so annoying. But finally, he was able to sit with him and calm him down. But same thing for descent and everything. But they got him home. He's chill. And they got him this like little bed and all this doggy stuff, and he like plopped down on the bed right away. And Helena and Felipa,
I think so.
which was Michael's daughter, went and took him on a walk, and he's totally fine. And then they fell asleep, and Michael got up and went and checked on Arthur. He's downstairs sleeping really good. And the next day he had a bunch of interviews, and in between the interviews they would go on a walk, and Arthur spotted a cat though, and he darted off. And they couldn't find him. They could not get him back. And Michael went home, and eventually they had to go out and like whistle for Arthur, and like it's dark now, but finally he came back. And Michael did his research, and he read a bunch of great dog books, and he realized he's doing exactly the opposite of all these dog books say. And he's treating Arthur like a human best friend, and he is very okay with that. And time is passing, and Arthur's one of the family now. They do everything together, and there's this upcoming race for like charity what the family's gonna do, and they entered with Arthur, and it's basically just, you know, run as far as you can without like getting caught. Oh, because there's like a pace car type of thing, so they have to beat the pace car and go as far as they can. And they welcome a baby boy. His wife was doing it with him, and she's pregnant during this time. And then eventually the baby boy comes, and Arthur's very sweet and gives baby kisses and loves him. And Michael and Arthur would do races together or train for them. And one race they were training for included swimming. Arthur tried it, but again, he was not the best swimmer, so Arthur's still not a swimming dog. And Michael's just happy that he found his best friend until the very end. And then we have an epilogue.
Sad, only 5 years later.
I know. We have an epilogue, and it was just about how they created the foundation to spread awareness and raise money for protecting dogs in countries where there's laws where they can kick them and beat them and be mean to them.
Assholes.
I agree with the fudge. But yeah, that's Arthur.
We did it.
Yeah, it's so cute.
I only cried a little bit.
During the episode or the...
During
Nice.
this episode, yeah.
Good job.
Look, I hit it so well, Allie didn't even know.
I didn't even hear you. Yes, good job.
Good. Thanks.
Okay. Well, we have some cast, and we have 46 people who were in this movie. Our main guy, Mark Wahlberg, played Michael.
He was fine. I mean, he's not Swedish, but he was fine.
I know. I thought he was like intense.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, he's
Yeah,
a
I
good
thought he was
adventure racer.
Mm-hmm. Simu Liu? Sure. Played Leo.
That's a social media asshole.
Yes.
He was good for what he was.
Yes. Julia Rylance plays Helen.
I love her. She's in Game of Thrones, and I just love that she has a role like this. She's
Who
like
is she?
Daenerys'
Was she the wife?
slave friend. Khaleesi's slave friend.
Yeah. Yep. And Arthur is Yukai.
Beautiful.
Yes.
Good job.
Arthur and Mark Wahlberg stole the show.
They really did. Those are the two that matter the most.
I know. I'm like, I don't even know who these... It's hard when the characters in the movie and the book are so incredibly different. You can't even match them up.
Yeah, exactly.
So everyone else that was in the movie, great job. I wouldn't recast anyone.
Yeah.
Okay.
We just can't say your name and give you credit.
I don't know who you are. Oh, man. So is the theme of the movie and book the same?
Yeah, for sure.
I'd say so. Do the characters stay true?
Oh, no.
Arthur does.
Arthur does. That's it. I almost was like Michael and Arthur, and then I was like, not even Michael.
I don't think so.
So just
Not even
Arthur.
Michael. Yep. And what do you prefer?
I actually don't know off the top of my head.
Really?
What do you prefer?
I prefer the book.
Yeah.
I mean, the movie was really, really good. I just like you had messaged me, like the extra drama that was put into the book. It was kind of like, or the movie. It was like, meh. I mean, I get it because movie.
I think I'm going book too.
Okay.
The only reason that I'm like hesitant on it is because watching the movie would be quicker, and it's not like I'm not gonna watch the movie. Like, actually, I literally told John, I was like, I'm never watching this movie again because it makes me cry so hard. But like, if someone's like, hey, I want to watch this, I'd be like, yeah, let's watch it. Just get me a box of tissues.
Right. Well, yeah. Okay. So you're going book then or movie?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm going book.
Cool.
Would you recommend it to a friend?
100%. Yes, I would.
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
I love it. It's a
really
good book and movie.
Yes, I agree. Both.
Mm-hmm.
Cool. Well, that's it, you guys. We did it.
We did it. And now you've got a sneak peek coming at you.
Mm-hmm. We have a website, offscript253.wixsite.com/offscript.
Check it out. It's a cool website.
Mm-hmm. On this website, you can rate us, you can subscribe, you can review all of our episodes. You can be like, you know what? I really, really loved the episode.
Little Women episode.
Yes. Like, I'm going to go and I'm going to give that episode 5 stars. And then you can also give our entire podcast 5 stars.
Yeah.
How
Please do
cool.
it. That's the best and easiest way to support a podcast.
Yes. How easy. You just click one button. Beep.
Exactly. Yep. That's all we need from you.
Love it. And then,
Wednesday,
yeah, go for it. Mhm.
we might have a mini-sode. We're hoping to have a mini-sode for you, but
We're working on it.
life gets crazy, man. Life happens.
Finally, I'm about to be a little less crazy, and then my life's going to get crazy again. I'm like,
I feel that on a deep level.
so we're trying our best.
Yes, we are. Don't hate us
Yes, seriously.
because you ain't us. No.
Well, Monday, we have a series of unfortunate events. The Bad Beginning.
Whoa.
We're
It's our
kicking
series this season.
It is. We're only doing a couple of them because there's 13 of them. But
Yeah.
we're going to do some of them.
Mm-hmm. Let's see how those hold up.
Yes. Yeah,
Oh, I guess that's me, huh?
that's you.
I'm sitting here staring at it like, okay, what are we doing?
Hello, say hello.
With that, Arthur the King.
Went off script.
Bye.
Thanks for sticking with us.
We hope you enjoyed it.
If you did, we would greatly appreciate it if you gave us 5 beautiful stars, reviewed, and subscribed.
You can also follow us on Facebook at Offscript, on Instagram at Offscript Podcast 21, and on TikTok at Offscript_pod.
Shout outs to Madame Ashen Creations for our adorable logo art,
And Adam Daniel for our incredible theme song.
and to Creative Cinephile Productions for producing our podcast. See you next time.
Hi, I'm Serena.
And I'm Rachel.
We're the hosts of Book Tales.
If you like reading books
Drinking cocktails,
and Scottish accents,
then meet your new favourite podcast.
come with us as we explore different themes from romantasy to horror and everything in between.
We pair each book with a bespoke cocktail and tell you everything you'll need to make one.
And each week, play our fun game tailored to each book.
Find Book Tales wherever you get your podcasts. So grab your book
Grab your booze
for Book Tales.